What up, world? This your boy, DJ Sugar Bear, back in the house, on the ones and twos. And man, can you feel that energy? That's what we do here on the Drama Network. This is where new school YouTube and old school soap opera radio have a baby. And trust me, this baby's got sass. Welcome to your ultimate destination for gripping, serialized stories that dive deep into the messy, passionate, and often scandalous realities of human relationships. You're tuned into WDRA YouTube Radio, where I, KC Saga aka DJ Sugar Bear, guide you through intricate plots bursting with love, honor, and devastating betrayal. From hidden affairs to shocking revelations, our daytime operas will keep you on the edge of your seat, just like the classics you grew up with. If you crave stories where trust is broken, loyalties are tested, and every twist leaves you wanting more, you found your new obsession. And speaking of twists, you ain't seen nothing yet. Get ready, because today we're kicking off something brand new, an extension of the drama you love. We're diving headfirst into our new series, Payback Anthology, the drama opera series. Each episode of Payback Anthology brings you a complete, standalone story, packed with all the high emotional drama you expect from the Drama Network. Get ready for tales where relationships hit the rocks, hidden schemes lurk beneath the surface, and let's just say, some folks get what's coming to them. It's intense, it's unpredictable, and it's all for you. Right after this, we plunge into the next installment of Payback Anthology. Let me ask you a question. Is your partner lying about her boss? If you're curious, you're not going to want to miss a single second of episode 5, Black Coffee.
Okay, before we jump into our story, let me introduce you to the characters, our players if you will. First, we have Keisha Johnson, later Keisha Jackson, a stunning African-American woman in her late 20s, with a naturally athletic and curvaceous physique. She has a warm, rich skin tone, expressive eyes that hint at playful mystery, and a radiant, confident smile. Her long, luxurious waves of hair beautifully frame her face. When she was younger, in her late teens, she had a more youthful glow and slightly less defined curves, but still possessed her inherent attractiveness and graceful movements. Next, meet Jamal Jackson, a handsome and powerfully built African-American man in his late 20s. His physique shows he's no stranger to physical work and activity, with broad shoulders and strong arms. He has an open, friendly face, often creased with a smile, especially when he's with his children. His skin is a deep, even tone, and his hair is always kept short and neat. 10 years ago, at 19, he was leaner and perhaps a bit less polished, but already showed noticeable strength and athleticism. Then there's Mr. Brown, also known as Marcus Brown, and Marcus a sharp and lean African-American man in his late 30s, with a distinctly athletic build that speaks to his agility and strength. He has smooth, dark skin and shrewd, calculating eyes. You might notice a subtle smirk that can be both charming and unsettling. His hands are strong and capable, and his hair is short and well-groomed. In his mid-30s, his appearance was very similar, perhaps with an even more intense energy. Here's Sharon, Keisha's African-American mother, a woman of mature years. While we don't have a precise physical description, her presence is comforting and warm, a reflection of a wise mother and grandmother. And the children, Nia Johnson, a vibrant 7-year-old African-American girl with bright, intelligent eyes and a lively expression. She's a healthy, energetic child with a lean build and quick movements. Her hair is styled for an active lifestyle. Deshaun Jackson, a spirited 5-year-old African-American boy who's always on the go. He has a sturdy build typical for his age, with a mischievous glint in his eyes and boundless energy. His hair is kept short and practical. Khalil Jackson, an adorable 3-year-old African-American baby boy with soft, round cheeks and wide, innocent eyes. He has the cuddly look of a young toddler, a smile that melts hearts, and the unsteady, determined movements characteristic of a small child. His hair is soft and curly. We also have Mrs. Gable, an elderly African-American woman, a long-standing and observant member of the community. Her kind face reflects a lifetime of experience and wisdom. Nurse Paulson, a capable African-American nurse. While we don't have a detailed physical description, she carries herself with a neat, professional appearance, conveying a calm and efficient demeanor. James, Keisha's African-American father, a man of mature years. His actions suggest a man who carries the weight of his family's complexities. Leroy Jamal's African-American father, a wise and imposing businessman. Even in his mature years, he possesses a strong, athletic build that reflects a lifetime of hard work and a commanding presence. His face is etched with lines of experience and determination, and his hair is likely graying or white, adding to his air of authority. Attorney Don the Hammer Nelson, a large and commanding African-American man with a striking head of silver hair. His face is a roadmap of his career, with deep lines from years of intense focus and hearty laughter. His powerful build complements his booming voice, earning him his nickname, Marshall, Marcus Brown's African-American sister. While no detailed physical description is given, her connection to Marcus suggests she might share some family resemblances. And now that you know who the players are, let me introduce you to Jamal.
Yeah, that's me. Jamal Jackson. 29 years on this earth. Most spent right here in Sandusky. Got my hands in a few things, you could say. Got my queen, Keisha, 28, sharp as a tack. And our 3 little tornadoes. Nia, my 7-year-old firecracker. Deshaun, the 5-year-old who never stops moving. And Khalil, my baby boy, all of 3 years of pure chaos and cuddles. Man, they're something else. And yes, they are my world. Summers around here, you'll find me running urban landscapes and snow. Sounds like an odd mix, I know, but it works. Got 4 crews out there, making sure businesses and complexes look sharp. Commercial gigs, that's where the steady money is. Plus, I learned early on, you land a big lawn contract, you best believe I'm sliding in a snow removal deal right alongside it. Gotta think ahead, you know? And when the snow melts, well, I am not sitting idle. I remembered my days behind the wheel of a tow truck, grinding it out. Now I own 6 of those bad boys. Lease 'em out to some hungry drivers. Keeps cash flowing year-round. Last year, $400K in gross. Not exactly living on a yacht, but we aren't scraping by either. We're comfortable. Content. Keisha, she holds down her own at Metro Alum Industries. Been there 2 years now, steady work. We built a good life, brick by brick. Or so I damn well thought. Yeah, up until a month ago, things were smooth sailing. Picture perfect. Almost. But see, that's the funny thing about life, ain't it? It can be all sunshine and then, out of nowhere, the sky just opens up and everything changes. You know, now that I'm older, I understand what my granddad used to tell me. He'd say, son, life works in stages, or progressions. He said, you know, it's almost like making a cup of coffee. At first, you pour that hot cup of black coffee, and boy, it smells great. Now you could certainly drink it just like that, but it's gonna be bitter. So you add a couple of scoops of cream. Now it's a bit smoother, take some of the bitter bite out. But then finally, you add that sugar, and boy, now you've really got something good, son. Life is just like that, he'd tell me. It starts bitter and dark, but then you get a little older, and things start to swing your way, a couple of scoops of cream. Then you get married, have a kid, and things are real good now. You've got a full family. Now life is sweet. So yes, it's just like a cup of black coffee with cream and sugar. Let me tell you about it. But to understand the storm that hit, we need to journey back to a time of sunshine and young love. 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was just 19, all gangly and trying to figure out college life. Keisha. She was 18, and even then, she was something special. We fell hard, that real, intense young love. I spent most of my time working for my dad, doing landscaping, mowing lawns, planting flowers, the whole deal. But man, Keisha was so pretty, I just had to find time to be with her. Work could wait sometimes. We did everything together. Movies were better with her laughing next to me. The park felt like our own private world. Even those Friday night college football games were bearable just knowing she was in the stands. She used to tease me about always working. Said I was married to the lawnmower. So, I started slowing down, making sure I had time for her. She was worth it. Fast forward a couple of years. I was 21, still working with my dad in the summers. Keisha was 20. One afternoon, I needed to stop by Brown's Deli to grab some lunch stuff for the next day. Big landscaping job, early start. Keisha came with me, like she always did. I was looking at the sandwich meats when I heard Mr. Brown, the owner, talking to her. "Keisha, how are you today?" he asked, his voice a little too smooth. "I am pretty good, Mr. Brown," she replied. "Where's your wife today?" "Oh, she only works on Saturdays until I find someone to help around here," he said, leaning a bit closer to her. Then he looked right at her. "Keisha, I have a question for you. How would you like to work here? You're 20 now, right? Practically a full-grown woman." Before I knew it, she had accepted a job offer. Starting tomorrow, running the lottery machine. The lottery machine. "Keisha, don't worry," Mr. Brown said, his eyes locked on her. "I am an expert on the Ohio lottery machine. I can teach you in no time." "Okay," Keisha said, her smile widening slightly, a touch more dazzling than necessary. "That sounds interesting. I'm sure I can learn quickly." "Keisha, don't worry," Mr. Brown repeated, a grin spreading across his face. "I will teach you all there is to know. I mean, about the store." Walking her home, I had to say something. "Hey, babe," I started, trying to keep my voice calm. "How old is he? Doesn't he act a bit strange to you?" "No, what do you mean, Jamal?" she asked, looking genuinely confused. "Well, okay, if he needs help early day, how does hiring you to work after evenings help him out?" I pressed. "Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I don't like him. He's a creep." "Jamal Jackson, you're acting insecure," she said, a soft, almost condescending chuckle in her voice. "He's a sweet old man." "He ain't sweet, and he ain't an old man," I said, looking straight at her. "He's only 36. Everything still works, I'm sure." "Jamal, now you're being gross," she giggled, leaning in for a quick kiss. "Give me a real kiss before my daddy looks out the window." Later that day, after dropping Keisha off at home, I got back to my place around 7. All I wanted was to call my best girl before I even thought about hopping in the shower. I dialed Keisha's cell. It rang a few times on my end and then went straight to voicemail. That robotic voice telling me she couldn't talk. I figured maybe she was already getting ready for bed or something. I'd try again after I washed up. Feeling a little cleaner, I grabbed my phone again. "Let me call my baby." It rang a few times, and then straight to that same damn voicemail. It was starting to bug me. 2 calls, no answer, no call back. It was pushing 8:45 p.m. That wasn't like Keisha. She usually at least sent a quick text. Something felt a little off. I tried again around 10. Still nothing but voicemail. By 11, I was seriously hot under the collar. Finally, at 12:15 a.m., I dialed her number again. This time, after a few rings on my end, she picked up. "Hi baby, what's up?" she said, sounding almost too cheerful, like nothing was wrong. "Don't hey baby me," I bit out, all the worry and frustration from the day boiling over. "I've been calling for 6 hours. What the hell is going on?" "Oh, I am sorry," she said, her tone shifting slightly, losing some of that initial breeziness. "Mr. Brown called me, and we were talking." "You talked for 6 hours?" I repeated, my voice incredulous. "You haven't even worked there for your first day. 6 hours? That's not possible, Keisha." "Well," she said, a little defensively, "he called me because he said he wanted to discuss some intimate details." My vision practically blurred with anger. Intimate details? What the hell? I roared into the phone. What is going to be intimate about sweeping and mopping and operating a lottery machine? Okay, Jamal, calm down. "You're screaming," she said, trying to placate me. He misused the word. I didn't correct him. He meant to say immediate details. It was just a slip of the tongue. An excusable mistake, okay? So, what was there to talk about for 6 damn hours about these immediate details? I demanded, my voice still tight. "Well," she explained, "he said since his wife isn't there, he wanted to get me up to speed on everything right away. Like, everything. He went through the whole store layout, all the suppliers, even how to handle difficult customers. It took a while. All night. Keisha? I asked, my suspicion growing with each word. Yeah, she continued. And we discussed work attire. He asked me about my clothes. He said my clothes are too baggy, and I told him that all I have is baggy stuff. That's my style. And then what? I pressed, a bad feeling settling deep in my gut. Well, she said, her voice a little too enthusiastic. He's gonna give me some money from the register tomorrow to buy some jeans that fit and white blouses. He said tighter is more professional, and in fact, the better it fits, the more professional. Do you believe everything that comes out of his mouth? I demanded, my voice rising again. And you talked to him for 6 hours concerning 3 topics, and you ignored my calls all that time? Keisha, seriously? Honey, here's how cell phones work. I call you. If the phone is off, you hear nothing. It goes straight to voicemail. If the phone is on, it rings on your end, and you choose not to answer, sending it to voicemail. Are you seriously saying you didn't know I called? Look, Jamal, I've got to do my hair and makeup, prep for tomorrow. And yes, I knew you called, but I just started. My boss kind of comes first right now. Let me get this straight, I said, my voice thick with anger. He already got rid of his wife so you guys can work alone? Outfits, huh? So now he wants you to wear a sexy maid outfit, Keisha? You don't see a problem with him saying he wants you to wear tight jeans without actually saying he wants you to wear tight jeans? And he's throwing money at you. And now you want to blow me off after not even returning my calls? You want to blow me off so you can look good for him tomorrow? Keisha, let me make this crystal clear. If you pull this crap again, you're gonna get fired, and I don't mean from Brown's Deli. I hung up, the silence on the other end feeling heavy and wrong. Inside the warmly scented Brown's Deli, 21-year-old Keisha navigated the lunchtime rush in the figure-hugging jeans and white blouse Mr. Brown preferred. Her easy smile and knack for remembering orders made her a favorite with the regulars. As the evening wore on and the last customer left, the familiar closing routine began. Mr. Brown, nearing 40, grunted while wiping the counter, subtly flexing his bicep. Oof, he said, rubbing his right shoulder. This old baseball injury is acting up again. Keisha, stacking chairs, paused. Oh really? I took a basic massage course. Maybe I could show you a few things for your wife to try. Surprise flickered across Mr. Brown's face. Could you? Stepping behind him, Keisha tentatively placed her hands on his tense shoulders. Gentle kneading, the basic strokes from her class, felt odd on a grown man. Her limited experience with male touch, coupled with her virginity, made the moment slightly surreal. Mr. Brown is kind of attractive, she briefly thought. Mr. Brown sighed in relief. Focusing on the tight knots, Keisha was surprised by the tension. A small part of her registered his apparent enjoyment. When she finished, Mr. Brown turned, a thoughtful expression on his face, a subtle, almost snaky look playing around his lips. Keisha, he began, reaching into his pocket. That actually helped quite a bit. My wife. Well, her hands aren't as strong as yours. This might sound a little unusual, but how would you feel about giving me a similar treatment after work each day? I'd be willing to give you $60 cash for your time. Just between us, of course. No need to mention it to Sharon or Jamal. It would really help me out, and frankly, he lowered his voice slightly, it would save me from making my wife feel inadequate. You see, Keisha, he continued, his eyes flicking over her with a calculating glint. I'm the kind of man that doesn't mind paying top price for things or people I deem valuable. He pulled out 3 crisp $20 bills and held them out to her. Keisha's eyes widened slightly at the offer. $60 a night? That was significant money. $300 a week. Tax-free. Her mind raced. Really? You'd pay me that much just for a shoulder rub? Mr. Brown nodded, a reassuring smile on his face. Absolutely. It's worth it for the relief. And yes, it needs to be our little secret. Keisha hesitated for only a moment. The money sounded incredibly appealing. Okay, she said, reaching for the bills. It's a deal. My lips are sealed. The cash felt good in her hand. $60. This could change things.
And that brings us to the close of our first episode of Black Coffee. We met Jamal, a successful entrepreneur with a seemingly perfect life, a loving wife, Keisha, and 3 beautiful children. He introduced us to his granddad's philosophy of life, comparing it to a cup of coffee that starts bitter, gains cream, and finally becomes sweet with sugar. But beneath this sweet exterior, a dark root of bitterness was planted 10 years ago. We traveled back to Jamal and Keisha's early days as young lovers, full of innocence and promise. This idyllic picture began to cloud when Keisha took a job at Brown's Deli, working for Mr. Brown, whose intentions immediately raised Jamal's suspicions. The seeds of deception were sown with Mr. Brown's overly familiar demeanor and his questionable, intimate details discussion with Keisha. Jamal's anger and unease grew, culminating in a stark warning to Keisha about choosing her boss over him. The episode concluded with the startling revelation of Mr. Brown's offer to pay Keisha for daily shoulder massages. A secret deal, he insisted, must be kept confidential. Keisha accepted, drawn by the significant cash, and now we're left to wonder, what exactly will these secret massages entail? How will this clandestine arrangement impact Keisha's relationship with Jamal? And how long can a secret like this truly stay hidden? Join us next time as the story of Black Coffee continues to unfold. You can watch the next episode, Is Your Partner Lying About Her Boss? Episode 5B Black Coffee with Cream, by going to Drama Radio and selecting the Payback Analogy Plus playlist, or by selecting the video offered at the end of this video.